Hi, hopefully this works and the stream is good. It's dawn of the new era. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your September energy forecast and teaching. So, as of every month, I pull some cards and just kind of get what's the vibe, right? What's the general overall vibe for the people? If you don't know what the new era movement and ministry is, it's okay. This message is still for you. You still landed in a place not by accident, right? Very few things are accidental. So welcome. The New Era movement is all about the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetics of us and how to alchemize all those five pieces to us for the ultimate in experiencing here on earth. So sometimes we tend to just focus on like our mental life, our thoughts, our beliefs about life. Some people really focus on the physical body, getting their lips did, working out. Some people just stay in their, very few people actually stay in their emotional self. And then some people just focus on the spiritual piece. Excuse me. My throat's clearing out for the channeling. So we've had this card before. The theme, though, this is a perfect example where a card can be pulled for Jane, but it's different for like Helen, right? Each person, it represents something different. So the theme of the month is illusions. And, illusion being, what seems to be really that it isn't, everything isn't what it seems to be. The medicine is fear. This month, you will be facing some of your deepest fears. People tend to run away from their fears, ignore it. But really, if you can just sit with your fear and be with it, there is a power in that. And then the other card that came through was community from the New Era deck. Sticking with community, being with community. Because, in community, we are mirrors of each other. When I have like circles of 5 to 12 people usually are the size of my circles, we are all representatives of parts of ourselves, right? Everyone's a mirror of a part of yourself. And so this month is about, excavating and looking at those mirrors and then seeing what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. I thought what was really cool about this month, the theme being illusion, is that it brings up play, pretend, imagination. I know me as a kid, from a 90s kid that grew up, in the 90s, not having cell phones, not having computers, not having smart TV. Like I had access to a different part of my brain that I think kids just do not have these days. It's imagination. I mean, I was doing that all the way up until high school. I was still like, just sit daydreaming. When's the last time you let yourself daydream? September is such a crisp, nostalgic month. It is a wonderful time to turn off everything and just sit and think. And it's not comfortable. I know you're not used to it, most of us, but it is a practice. It is a practice for sure that will bring about some really cool manifestation in your life. So, when you're just consuming and entertaining yourself and not really being present in the body, in the emotional self, you are manifesting from a very primitive place in your psyche. So I think this is a chance this month. You will have several chances, in fact, to begin to discover, what are those thoughts in the back of my mind that are just circulating all the time, the fear-based thoughts. They usually have the word should in them. And remember that your thoughts and your beliefs aren't facts. Right? So you can use your powers of imagination to actually begin to think about or play pretend, to fantasize, to what would it feel like to be in your dream car? What would it feel like if we were living in the cycles and rhythms of Earth? What would it feel like to have the dream romance that you've been desiring. Allow yourself to go there in your mind's eye. Allow yourself to do that, because that will not only dispel the fear, because if you're just on Netflix and you're just on your phone, you're getting a lot of fear programming. And then you begin to imagine and you begin to pretend that awful things are happening. You are in charge of this part of you. You are in charge of the place of you that utilizes your visionary abilities. And so I will end with this. Everyone has a visionary part of them, right? Some people it's stronger than the others. But I recommend this month you spending a little bit of time envisioning what you want to come next in your life. And pretend it's happening and feel what it feels like when it's happening. There are so many ways to work with me. Registration for the New Era Academy October edition will open soon. I am closed for private mentorships for a couple months, but that will reopen this winter. I will have a chance for 2-week power upgrades and 6-week Spirit Mama intensives. Until then, join me for workshops, mini retreats, and the Shakti Shakedown Dance Party locally here in Columbus, Ohio. And know that you can always book a reading, an intuitive, customized reading at any point. My books are usually open. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope this gave you a little bit of thought as to what's coming up for this month. Enjoy September. It's just such a neat, sweet time moving into the equinox.